Warming up. Okay, come on, it's live. Let's do the jazz hands. Come on, jazz hands. Let's go. There we go, Babyface doing jazz hands. Who's that in the background doing jazz hands with
That's
you,
Jeff back there.
There's Jeff. Okay, there he goes. I see him. All right, there's Walter doing the weird jazz hands. Whatever this is now. It's a mime. It's like, yeah, Walter's French now. He's doing a mime.
There. Can you do that one? read my lips.
Okay. All right, Walter. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. We are live. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on out there. Obviously, we're still having technical difficulties here. That's how it goes. This is episode 350 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. And the title of today's podcast is Yesterday, You Kind of Had the Second Amendment. Today, you are now officially a felon.
Should we call it here today, gone tomorrow?
Yeah.
I got a better one. All it takes is bail money and you get the fuck out of Chicago.
Yeah.
You got about the Second Amendment stuff. And that's important, but that's what happened in Chicago is really scary stuff.
Chicago has no law. Chicago has no law.
Because that little fella, Jussie Smollett, he bought his way out of jail. Or his connections with the Obama administration.
Something's going on because
he was one of Obama's favorites. Yeah.
So, in case you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, Jussie Smollett got all charges.
Everything. He had 16 felonious counts.
What happened to the poor Nigerian brothers? They still in the hawk? What happened?
Well, they're not in prison, so there you go. That whole thing is weird. I looked at the press conference for that thing. Basically, here's what happened. Whatever bail money he puts up, he does not get back. He agreed to release the bail money. So with the bail money plus whatever past good things he's done for Chicago,
nothing. Absolutely
he decided to drop all these charges.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah. And he gets to claim he's 100% innocent, never did anything wrong.
Yeah, sure.
And I don't know if I didn't see anyone from the police department come out, but these people seem to have evidence that they now magically don't have anymore. So Chicago justice, this is how it goes down.
No, they had a thing. I think they're very upset about it. The police are.
I doubt it.
Really?
Maybe the average officer is, but...
Well, basically, the Chicago police look like, I think all people on all sides agree that there's no justice in Chicago. It is a travesty that in terms of the police department, everyone's messed up. It's like Chicago just needs to be burned down to the ground and then start all over again because it's ridiculous over there. There's no even like semblance of any kind of justice in Chicago. Because now they're just going to drop this case. There's magically no one violated his rights. No one beat him up. There was no MAGA dudes.
Everything was a lie. But now we're going to just get rid of it all.
Now they're saying, because his lawyer said, well, the money that he paid to the Nigerian brothers was for training. And so the whole thing's gone. It magically disappears. I don't understand any more than that to tell anyone other than this is Chicago, yo. This is how they get down in Chicago. And this is why they can't solve any kind of problems in Chicago.
No. There's no way.
Yeah, they can't solve any kind of problems.
I promise you, if you weren't Jussie Smollett, you'd be sitting in jail. This is not how this...
100%. If you were the average person...
If you weren't that person that he is and the connections he has, and you'd be sitting in jail. I'm not going to go into any further than that because
but how are they going to explain this to people? I mean, the press now I guess they're just going to forget about. Yeah,
like I was trying to say yesterday about the FBI and all this stuff too. How do you explain that to people?
Yeah, there's no
explaining it.
Yeah, America is going to hell in a handbasket.
He lied on national TV. He pulled he did the Clinton thing. He cried and he felt all bad and stuff.
Well, apparently, Walter, no, you're wrong. He did not lie. He didn't do anything.
Clearly.
He did not do anything wrong. He's 100% innocent. He would never do this to his mama. That's what he said.
Did he actually say that?
Yes. And
what a piece of shit.
I like to see.
So
I just hope karmic justice comes back.
I bet if he's a straight guy, he'd be in jail.
you're gonna see him back probably on whatever the hell that show was that I've never watched. Whatever.
Empire, yeah. I hope that show has to.
He'll be right back on there. This is really, really crazy, but we are living in crazy times, people.
Yeah,
we are living in crazy times.
What comes around goes around.
I don't know if there's going to be at this point. At this point, I believe that the planet is going to stop spinning.
No, I won't.
I really do. I really believe that everything's going to burn down at this point because this is totally, totally insane. I'm not just talking about what happened with Jussie. There's a lot of craziness going on, in the world today. So, and we're just getting more and more and more. For example, what did you guys see this thing from the Chief Justice? That Chief Justice Roberts refused to
put a stay on the yes.
Yeah, there's just a lot of that going on.
Right now. That's kind of not expected.
Does that? Yeah, that doesn't. That doesn't.
I mean, you're saying that's expected, or
I mean, that's not a surprise.
No.
They're very they don't want to do anything with the Second Amendment stuff.
No, they want no part of taking a Second Amendment case.
No. So then we don't have one.
Basically,
then there is no Second Amendment. There isn't one. If the ATF, if between Trump, the NRA, and the ATF, they could decide
whatever they want.
These things that we looked at, they're machine guns now, magically. Then they can decide anything is a machine gun, people. Anything is a machine gun.
And there's no buyback. You don't get your money. You don't get anything. You must destroy it or you're a felon.
Yep. So, I mean, this is really, really, really insanity that I think that we're seeing. So,
well, you knew Roberts was a weenie when he let the Obamacare thing go.
Oh, Roberts is a weenie.
He's a weenie.
Yeah.
He's a dickless weenie.
Yep.
Well, that's the problem. So it doesn't really matter who puts you in office. Once these guys get in there, they could do whatever they want. So Simpson Road Larry says it's not over yet.
It's not, but everybody that owns one that, doesn't want to wait for a final result is now a felon.
Yeah.
Congrats. A lot of people.
Well, here's what I think. We're all going to be felons pretty soon anyway, because this is not the end of them declaring things. They're not going to go, okay, we've gotten rid of the bump stocks. Nobody's ever going to be hurt ever again in America.
Listen, I read that article last night about the guy from Salon.com, I think it was, saying that why would you ever need a bolt-action rifle that can shoot out to a mile? Why would anybody need that? That's only for the military. It's a fucking bolt gun. Why do you care what I have?
A 22 can shoot a mile.
Yeah.
Why do you need anything? Why do you need a car that's 1,300 horsepower?
Why do you need a nice apartment?
Because you want to have it.
I agree. Why do you need a Harley Davidson?
Yeah. Why do you need
a motorcycle in the world?
Boobies.
Well, you need those to feed the children's. So
yeah. I mean, all of these things that they're allowed to do, they're not going to let it end there. They're going to keep pushing it. So if they go, oh, you don't need this, you don't need this, you don't need this,
we'll find
and eventually you have nothing. You don't need freedom.
You don't need anything. There's a lot of things in life you don't need that you want.
Yeah.
And it's none of your business if I want it or not.
Right.
I agree.
If you don't mess with me, you do whatever you want. And I'm serious when I say that. If it's not bothering me, do whatever you want. If it's not messing up any of our systems, do whatever you want. If you want to OD from heroin, go for it. I know that's crazy, but go for it. None of my business.
The people that are all for all this drug legalization stuff don't. Soon as little Johnny, their son, is dying, they want somebody to fix him because he stuffed it and shot it in his arm or whatever, and it's like, really, it's my responsibility to fix him? I don't know if it is.
You know what? We are. I'm telling you guys. I feel like we are very quickly moving towards a point where people are going to have to get off the toilet, kind of a deal.
It's called shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, shit or get off the pot. It's coming. I really do. I do really think that there's a lot of bullshit going on, and you have to ask yourself if you're going to go in for it because they're going to keep tagging on things. Did you see this news that there was a factory? Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a factory that had 60,000 pump stocks in it.
Well,
where is that?
It's like a warehouse or something like that.
All of them are destroyed now. They're all forfeit.
Well, yeah, I guess they turned it over to the ATF The
I paid.
ATF is busy destroying.
You know, if I had one, I paid $400. I think the government needs to give me my $400 back.
Well, I think, yeah, sure.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. I think I paid a guy $700. They should give me my $700 back.
Yeah. You're going to get that in reparations. You just keep holding your breath.
Reparations.
My ass.
I got your reparations right here.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. Texas retailer. I'm going to pull this up here.
You know what? If you could find me a living slave, I'll give him reparations. And we'll just leave it at that.
We are all living slaves.
Everybody at some point, some race, whatever, white, black, green, have all been slaves.
But right now we're slaves to a lot of bullshit.
Well, Obama made he bumped up the slavery levels up to like 47 million on welfare.
Yeah,
they're all slaves.
Texas on welfare is a slave to the system, and sadly, I had to do that when I was between jobs. I had to get unemployment, and I hated every second of it, and because I felt like a slave to the system. Yeah,
and by the way, every single thing designed in the world today is designed to make us into slaves. And this is the reason why people are making us into.
I just made a plot of lasagna. This thing's not making anybody.
That lasagna is plotting against you.
Right. You better be careful. It's going to give you heart disease.
I hope it plots good because.
So Texas retailer RW Arms to surrender 60,000 bump stocks to ATF tomorrow.
What are they doing sitting on 60,000 bump stocks?
Who is this?
RW Arms. Look them up. While some limited stays of the ATF bump stock ban have been issued by 2 circuit courts, as of tomorrow, bump stock possessions, this came out yesterday, becomes illegal. So that's today. They're illegal today, according to Donald Trump. And,
they better be getting paid. Our government taxes better be giving them 60,000 times what?
We are all in one big game of 3D chess.
That's $1.6 million that they're owed from our, hard-earned tax dollars.
Yeah,
having to send those back.
Fort Worth-based retailer RW Arms will turn in their entire inventory of bump stocks to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives on Tuesday, March 26th, to be destroyed in compliance with the bump stock ban.
Tell them to shove it up their ass. You can come get them.
RW Arms will transfer 60,000. Wow. To American Shredder in Fort Worth, Texas, to be shredded and recycled under the supervision of ATF agents.
Sitting on 60,000 stocks. What are they? Why?
They probably bought a whole bunch. Can't send them back to the distributor.
I don't even understand what this is. I'm trying to see why did they have all of these things? What was the plan here? What was the plan of having all these things? I don't know. Sorry about that.
Well, even if they had them in inventory when this stuff started, I would have freaking had a sale, my friend. I would have had an incredible sale.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what the hell's going on here, why they had this many. But apparently they did. Apparently they're turning them all in. The fine for each one of these things, by the way, people, you'll become a felon. 1, lose all your rights. 2, 10 years in prison. 3, you will also pay $250,000. So imagine how much money that was for RW Arms. 250,000 times 60,000. What is that? A kabillion?
That sounds like something the gov already gave the Iranians.
Yeah,
that's how much. Yeah,
and what it's going to stop? How many broken people that are intent on wreaking violence and havoc on other human beings is it going to stop?
Erie Watson says Slamfire was actually using them as the distributor for the bump stocks, so they were the distributor.
Okay,
so they are bump stock.
So at some point they had these, and they probably made a conscious decision not to do anything.
20 hours ago on Facebook, it said, as of March 26, all bump stocks are officially banned. Any remaining stocks must be destroyed and are illegal. Our remaining inventory is being crushed, and we're not all down at all. We still have several top brand name products available at rwarms.com. We continue to grow as a leader in firearms industry. So I'm definitely not going over to their Facebook right now and telling them I will never shop with them. It's definitely not what I'm doing. And I would never tell everybody else to do that.
Yeah, this.
But I can tell you they're added to the list right next to Dick's Sporting Goods and Cheaper Than Dirt.
And a knife company that helped cut up the guns too. What is that? And Springfield Armory and Rock River and this and that and this and that.
Yes.
No, Springfield. No, I take that back. I do have a Springfield, but it was the original Springfield Armory from World War II.
Oh,
I don't know what modern Springfield.
That's different.
It's an M1 Garand, and that is awesome.
I got more than one of those.
Yeah, I have a receiver that we got to build at some point.
For a what?
M1 Garand.
Okay.
It's a Springfield Armory from 1944, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, and then on other news, which we were talking about yesterday, and I know some people were saying that I think the gentleman from GOA was on with Mac earlier, but we were telling you about this since last week. So here we go. Here, I'll share this. I'll share this thing real quick here with the folks so that you know what I'm talking about. Share this with you guys. I'm still having technical difficulties on my end with all this stuff, by the way.
Coming up fine for us, for me.
Yeah. If you guys, well, no, I'm just talking about like we still haven't got things figured out, so there's no lower third here. Shout out to Gun Prime that helps us bring this to you guys.
Oh yeah, your part. Yeah,
we have no lower third. Also, shout out to Liberty Suppressors. Check that out. I'm rocking.
Yeah, I left my shirt at the shop.
Liberty Suppressors shirt.
I got a Bosch
on the back. What does it say on the back? I don't even know.
Liberty Suppressors. We can't see the bottom.
Yeah.
Don't fall asleep tonight, Hank Strange.
Oh, what is that?
Until I get my Liberty shirt.
I didn't see one in extra medium.
Extra medium.
So, by the way, folks out there, if you're watching this or you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Ring the bell. Very important. Give us the thumbs ups as well. We appreciate those. Okay, so this article that I threw up here, in the shadow of suicide, Senate panel makes rare move to consider gun control. So this has to do with the whole red flag laws going on.
Oh God, more.
Yeah. So there's a hearing going on in the Senate. Lindsey Graham, acquiesced. I guess it's probably a nice way to say it. He caved in, and decided to have a red flag hearing. That's been going on today, probably over at this point. But there was a GOA call to action on this, which I shared on my Facebook and all that. We talked about it yesterday. We talked about it on Friday.
I watched some of the video. Mac had a live stream today about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what were they talking about?
Their call to action and what their next steps are. I only got about 20 minutes of it, so I didn't get to see a whole lot. And it was 20 minutes of the end. So I'm guessing the beginning was the best part where they talked about everything. But yeah, what their next steps are. They're not giving up, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's good that they're not giving up. What?
And the NRA has no part in this at the moment. They have done nothing.
Yeah, I don't expect them to do anything either.
Because they agree with it. I mean, their stance at the moment is they agree with all of this.
I don't expect the NRA to do anything about any of the gun control that's going on out there.
No, it's good for business for them.
I'm pretty sure right now the NRA is just emptying out the coffers of their bank accounts and stuff like that, man. They gave up. I'm pretty sure the NRA is just giving up on the Second Amendment at this point.
Okay, you got to call out Haywood Jabloni because
Jabroni.
Because he's pouting. Okay, he's pouting.
What did he say?
No call out, no thumbs up.
Hank just jumped right into it tonight.
Yeah,
he's fired up.
Yeah, I got your Jablomi right here. Haywood. I got your Jablomi right here. Shout out to you. Okay, there you go. Anyone else need a shout out so you can move on? Armsman says Mac's upset with Trump and the NRA.
Good. You should.
I think I pretty much feel like we're on our own with freedom.
Yes, we are.
That's how I feel about the whole thing. I feel like we're on our own with freedom. We have to decide. You can't leave this up to anyone in the government anymore. You can't leave it up to any organizations. We are in charge of our own freedom, and we have to decide whether or not we're going to give up stuff here. That's what I think. I've told you guys about this before, right? And I'll pose this question again for people who have never seen this. So let's say tomorrow morning you wake up, just like this crazy ass Jussie Smollett news came out. You wake up and you hear, you know what? Trump comes out and admits there's aliens. and the aliens are our overlords from now on. Here's the question I'm going to pose to you. Are you going to go about work as usual? What are you going to do? That's the question. Everyone tell us right now. Walter, what would you do?
I'm going to get my Armory Glock side knife. I'm going to put it on my side, and we're going to go get some of these mamsy-pamsy aliens.
Okay. All right. There you go. So you're not going to work as usual.
Well, I gotta maintain the fort. Gotta hold the fort down. There's plenty of ammo at the fort.
Oh, okay. But I'm saying you're gonna, after Trump comes out and says, yes, there's aliens, they are our overlords, they are our masters. What are you being holding down the fort? You're gonna go.
As soon as I see some of them aliens, I'm not gonna go out and go on the hunt. But as soon as they show up, they're gonna feel the wrath.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. What about you, Babyface?
And their keepers will feel the wrath too.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to go alien hunting, but I'll prepare for some alien hunting.
Yeah,
we'll do it. We'll do it the quiet way.
Okay, so you guys are all going to work as usual.
Pretty much. I mean, you got to keep some sort of normality while you figure out the next plan.
Normality. See, but that's the point. See, the need for normality. Normality is a goalpost that people can keep moving. Think about that. We stopped living in normal a long time ago.
No, my own normal. I'm not judging it by your normal. I'm judging it by my normal.
Okay.
I mean,
get up, have my coffee.
So there's like just that announcement alone is not enough for you to change anything.
I would take the day off from work probably, but I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go like hunting down my local politicians to figure out if they're aliens. Where you gotta figure things out first.
Okay, so where's the line? So let's say the next day.
Did you go to work on 9/11?
Me? No.
I did.
Oh yeah.
I got the 45, put it in my pocket, and drove to work.
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna are they gonna fly the airplane into my car? No. Okay. I went to work.
So this is the question. Where's the line? When is the point that you say, so let's say they come out and decide, you know what? We are taking all human babies that exist right now. What is the point? Like,
okay,
I'm trying to find out. Here's what I'm trying. Here's the
I can't work in what ifs. I can't.
No, that's not how it's
okay.
I don't work in what ifs. That's grade
school. Don't happen. Yeah.
Okay.
What ifs are grade school.
Okay, great. So what about the shit that's going on right now?
Well, what are you supposed to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I'm asking you.
You can't do anything. I mean, you can't get up. What are you going to do? It's out of your hands.
So if it's out of our hands, why bother?
Well, it was in your. It's technically out of your hands. What are you going to do? You're going to go marching down to the Supreme Court and say you should do this, and I'll watch them march you right in the jail cell, and you won't get out like Jussie Smollett's. Because
there's no point. Then there's no point. Whatever the president, whatever Congress, whatever the Senate, whatever your local mayor, whatever these people decide, that's what you're going to deal with, right?
Well, what are you going to? Well, where we go again? We'll go right back and think. What are you going to do?
Yeah,
you're going to go shoot somebody?
There has to be a point. There has to be a point.
Well, we're not at that point yet. We're way far away from that point.
So what is the point?
Round up confiscations or
when
concentration camp.
When the popo are stupid enough to try to round up guns in a major fashion,
that's the point. That's
the point where you have to let them know that
life, liberty, and property.
There's a lot.
At this point,
there's a lot more. How many? If you run the numbers, how many police there are to people in the city? Not where you live.
Yeah.
In the city, there's very, very little police for the number of people.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you think in the country? Is there more or less? There's still
more. Per number, there's more.
Yeah, per capita, there's way more.
It's just a numbers game. Yeah, that's all it is. But you're spread out more too. Okay, so it's a different situation.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the town that I live in maybe has 10,000 people. They probably have about 20 cops.
Well, yeah, and look at
we have 150 cops and how many? 100,000? No,
and those 10,000 people probably have 30,000 guns. And if only,
I don't even know if my town is 10,000 people. By the way, it could be.
If 500 people start shooting, the cops are outgunned. Boom! Mm-hmm. And we're not talking. You're not getting shot at with a 22. You might get shot with a 30-06, and there ain't no vest or car that's going to stop it. So they die. They die by the hundreds until they get smart and say, "This ain't worth dying over. I don't think I'm going to do this." this ain't. We on the losing end of this.
And the other thing is, a lot of cops that are in,
they're not going to do it anyways because they're not that way.
no,
Yeah.
a lot of cops out in the military.
That's like saying the military is all going to do it too. Yes,
No, a
there's
lot of them
military
won't.
that will, but there'll be a. I would be there'd be a military coup before that would happen.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about waiting till the roundup, right?
Well,
The thing about, so if you're saying the line is when they decide to go out there and start rounding up things, I mean, yesterday, basically, what was it? A presidential, an executive order went into effect, right? Or was it? No, it was actually a ruling from the ATF.
Yeah, that wasn't a presidential order.
Yeah, it wasn't a presidential order. So the ATF gets to make rulings on things now and say that, okay, these things, well,
I'm waiting on one of those, my friend.
yeah, I know you are waiting on one of those. We're all waiting.
Really, to be honest, I mean, the bump stock thing's a big thing. They're not going to get, but the 60,000 thing is like cool. They're never going to see 60,000 anywhere else.
Yeah. By the way, Lola says that our population is 17,000 people.
There's 17,000 people more than that in Safety Harbor proper.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because Safety Harbor's got to be bigger than where I live.
Well, it's not area wise, but
yeah, condensation of human.
There's probably 20,000 now. And this time of year, probably a little bit more. But
yeah. But here's the thing. Look, the ATF makes a ruling. That ruling says these bump stock things, they are machine guns. Something that they looked at, okay, many times said these are not machine guns. They don't come up to that criteria. Something happens in the world, okay? We don't even really know what the thing was that happened in the world. And then the president says, oh, yeah, take a look at this. You know, NRA, whatever gets in there. Well, it was sacrificed bump stocks. We don't care. You can make yourself look like you're doing something. So now anyone who has those things is like automatically a felon. Today, anyone having those is a felon. They're not driving around door to door trying to pick those things up, are they? They're just going, you're a felon.
Well,
if you have it, you're a felon.
And like I said, how many people are actually going to turn in?
Okay, so then
how many people that have them actually know that this is going on?
Yeah, sure. A ton
very, very, very small. You got people that don't even know. They can't even name besides the president. They can maybe name the vice president. They don't even know who their local representatives are. So how do you know that they're watching? They're watching their stupid Dancing with the Stars and all this. Guess who's singing and all that bullshit, and getting their lottery tickets and drinking beer and smoking. They don't give a shit about nothing else.
Yeah. So Gibson Fender says they stated they're not going to do door to door, right? They're not going to do door to door to it. You're just now technically a felon based off of that.
No, they're not going to do that. I mean,
it's a voluntary turn in, but you're a felon if you have it, or if something else happens and they're like, "Oh, you have this, you're a felon."
Okay. and you know, people worry about drug laws too, don't they? You know, and you're a lot of people are felons that way too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there's and we believe that because the NRA made a deal over this, there's going to be no creep. Tomorrow they won't say, you know what?
Whoa. Why are you saying that?
No, I'm asking if we.
No, because you just made a statement. You did not ask. Do we believe that there will be no creep? No, I do believe there will be creep. Yes.
Okay. So what do you think?
I think all three of us. I think triggers are next.
Okay, so then
triggers and then large capacity, what they call large capacity, normal capacity magazines. I think that's going to be the next. They've been going for magazines forever.
Okay,
yeah, I mean we went down this route already before.
Yeah, so I mean this. So
I'm not that negative in the whole thing, to be quite honest with you.
So you think right here they'll stop at this point? They'll go.
I'm not saying they'll. Oh God, they're never going to stop, my friend. Okay. You can hear these people say this stuff. They're never going to stop. But I just don't see this continuing down this road of that's also scare tactics too, what you're doing. So just keep that in mind when you
what I'm doing.
I mean, when you it's like I don't know how to. I can't sit. I can't sit and think about it all day long because you'll get nothing done.
It's fear mongering.
Yes, correct. And I can't do it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
I've been down this path already with magazines and all this stuff. You know, we're going to ban magazines. We're going to take away bayonets because they're scary. You know?
CB's comment. That's the best thing I've read all night. Man, the left hates all things binary.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I mean,
Can we make a tranny trigger?
Yeah,
Let's make it that. Then we can ban it.
I mean, you know,
So-
is a sling nasty because I can carry more than one gun at one time?
Seriously, it's that kind of slippery slope. 100%.
Okay, so here's the thing. So then the thing is that if you know, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. There's people like we're having a conversation for people who are out there, and I'm sure the people out there wondering like, oh, so do I just let this go? Does it stop at some point, or do I just sit here and wait until one day every single gun is illegal? If you have a gun, if you have a firearm, it's illegal.
I don't think that's the answer. No, you don't do that.
Well, you don't.
You don't just sit and do that. You write your Congress people. You vote with your money. You vote with your vote. There are definitely things you can do. It does feel powerless at times. It definitely feels powerless to just randomly write your congressperson, but do it.
Yeah. What about the people who've been doing that this entire time?
On it. There's no reason not to continue.
Okay.
Yeah,
It feels powerless, but that's what's in your power. That is what you do. What is currently within your power.
Right.
You start a rally, go do a protest, something like that. That's within your power and within your right. Right.
Yeah.
Talk to your representatives. That's within your power and within your right. Organize something. Do things like that. Don't get flustered and feel like, well, I'm just giving up because the Supreme Court said something and I can't. It's just over. Because it's never over.
Actually, yeah.
Do what's within your power. And if all that is for some people is writing an email to your congressman, that's a good step.
Yeah.
It's better than just sitting on your ass doing nothing. So
Yeah.
Okay. Eventually, every person out there knows. You know where your line is. You know where
every
your line
person's
is.
gonna have to find their own.
You know what line. What are you gonna do? You know what. You know at what point there's a line that you're like, okay, when this happens, that's my line or whatever. I get it. Everyone's out there living their life. Everyone, we're all very comfortable here in America and most places, to be honest with you, around the world. We have today what didn't exist 100 years ago or even 50 years ago for that matter. But the thing is, what are you going to have 50 years from now?
Yeah, it's a scary thought.
So, yeah. Maybe some people don't care because they figure, hey, 50 years from now, I won't even be around.
And that is a thought, 100%. There are. There goes my AK. There are people that feel that way for sure.
Yeah. So, let's see. What is this? Pixamite says it will be okay until the bump stock detector drones fly over your house with the stormtroopers.
Nobody better fly over my house.
The bump stock detectors. At the same time, they're going to be detecting those plastic magazines you have too, by the way.
Yeah. So Tyven Show says, here's what
it'll all melt.
Yeah. So the Tyven Show says this bump stock ban is just a test for Americans to see if they pass 100% ban on guns.
Well, who's going to turn them
American people will do. And if any of these people are out there, I'm going to tell you what, they're not going to do shit. They're not going to do shit about it.
Well, they're not.
So there you go.
Okay. Let me remind a lot of people out there. There are actually technically metal bump stocks too. The Fostech made metal ones, all aluminum machine ones, not just the plastic ones. So, and I wanted to buy one of those so bad, and I didn't do it because it was made out of metal primarily.
They're really expensive. They've always been too expensive for me.
Yeah.
For the toy that they are, they've always just been too pricey.
Yeah.
I just wanted one because it was made out of metal.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like the chassis. You know the reason why I bought a Mac?
Because it's aluminum.
Because of the aluminum.
I saw a video of how they make the chassis, how they machine the chassis out of aluminum, and I said I want one of those. Okay. That sold me on it. That sold me on it, man.
Yeah. I think that's why we buy all the things that we buy.
I felt well, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, there's some things that we look. All of this, forget. Let's take this out of the hands of guns. One of these days in America, long after the guns have gone, or shortly after, probably, someone's going to come around and go, you know what? No combustion cars. Sorry, if you have one of these cars, you are a felon.
That last statement about the guns are going. Do you realize you know how many guns are in the country, right? Do you really? No, but no other country has as many guns as we do. None.
You guys want to? I'm going to change the
subject. You really think they're all going to go away?
No, I don't see it. And none of those
You could
countries
take
have gotten rid of
100
guns.
million guns away, and there's still be another 200 million guns.
I'm changing, and you guys are going to have to deal with it real fast. You guys want to see some beauty while it's in pieces?
Oh, you watch?
Let's see. Hold on. Let me lock it on you. What is this?
That is a Tudor Submariner.
Why is it in pieces?
Because I'm adjusting it. It's running too fast, so I took the back off to
Oh, okay.
to
So how do you adjust that?
There's a God, I don't know if you could see it from here.
So like a little weight thing or something, or what?
There is. Okay, let's see if how
Yeah,
close
I
get.
say don't distract Babyface at this moment because knowing the way that he works,
There's a little.
he's got no
Right where my
safety
finger
net
is.
for all those pieces when they come flying out of that watch.
So I can watch the watch.
Right where my finger is a little adjustment bar that goes between.
Yeah.
It sits at 0, and you can move it positive or negative, and that puts a little bit of tension on the spring, the main spring, hairspring, and that will allow it to go a little bit faster.
So it's a trial. It's a trial and error thing.
Well, there are things called time graphers where you put it in the time grapher, it detects the oscillations, and it tells you if it's running fast or slow. I don't own one of those, so I'm doing trial and error.
So it's like an oscilloscope. It's like an oscilloscope for your watch.
Basically, yeah.
He is the time drafter. He believes that he knows.
So
What tool are you using?
Tool am I using? Some watch screwdriver to move it ever so slightly, and then I do have a case back, so I'm not taking it apart with a screwdriver. I do have a Rolex case back open. So I am doing this well.
You're doing it properly.
Yeah. But yeah, let's take Walter. Give me yours. I'll take yours apart. We'll show the inside of that one too.
Oh no, you ain't taking my Rolex apart.
No thanks.
Those are even prettier.
It keeps awesome time. By the way,
This one only. So it's been running 5 minutes a week fast. Nah, probably 10 minutes a week fast, which is driving me kind of crazy. So
I wish you could do that to the clocks and the Fiats. one of them is fast, and the other one is slow. And
what company are the clocks from?
Well, they're from Chrysler.
No, there's no brand name.
It's not some other company.
And they know this. This is not like a random thing. Mm-hmm. They know the problems with these, but there's really no. They said, "Oh, we're going to come out with a fix eventually," and it's like, yeah, right.
Never going to happen. It was one of those.
You have to replace the whole dash to do that.
Is it an analog or a digital clock?
It's digital, but you got to replace that whole unit.
They're having issues with a digital clock. That's
digital,
really poor engineering.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can hack the computer somehow and do it, but
I mean, it should be running off of a quartz crystal, like any other clock.
Oh, maybe.
And quartz is hard to fuck up. Quartz is such a like.
I don't have an answer for you, but it keeps.
There you go. Look how easy. All back together.
Yeah. By the way, I know that a friend of mine was showing me his Mercedes yesterday, and the clock inside of there was a IWC, which is which is like a baller.
Is it a separate clock?
Yeah, it's a clock. Yeah, it's an analog with hands and.
I like analog clocks in cars. I think they look kind of
classy.
Classy.
Yeah,
it's really classy looking.
Yeah.
And we don't. It's cheap now to do digital, so we don't really do that anymore. But they look kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't really care as long as it keeps time, and neither one do, right? So
this one keeps it should keep just as good a time as your Rolex. It's just.
Do you have a mechanical watch in order to keep time? There's mine right there. I don't know. Let me see if I can. Here, I'll take mine off. Do you have a mechanical watch to keep time, or is it just because it's cool? So hold on, I'll lock that on.
Right. Oh, it's fucking cool. That's why.
This is my Hamilton.
Okay.
And this one has a. Let's see. Come on, focus. It's got a 28-24 at a 28-24 movement in the back, which is very similar to the Tudor. And this thing keeps perfect time, like within 5 or 10 seconds a day. It's really, really good. This should be just about the same. But I had it clean. My cousin put it back together for me, and I rushed him a little bit, so because I wanted to wear it so badly. So it's not.
Yeah,
it's totally my fault.
Yeah, but if you talk to people that have Rolexes, they never. So whatever. I don't think so. So hold on, let me see if you guys. I don't even know.
They're officially certified chronometers, so they're supposed to keep within 2 or 3 seconds a day.
If I can get this to focus on this. Now the light is really bad. There's my watch that I'm wearing right now.
Unknown user says he hasn't worn a watch, ring, necklace, and etc.
And this, by the way, is not the back of my watch. This is the front of my watch.
Every man needs a watch. Every man needs a good watch.
Skeletonized right there, if you guys can see it.
Oh, let me
super skeletonized.
Go into the safe and show you a couple cool pocket watches.
Oh boy. Okay, so
I know I know we shifted gears from confiscating firearms.
Yeah, if you want to bring
it back, Walter, that was on purpose.
But like I said, even if there was only 50 million guns, could you imagine a pile of 50 million of anything?
Well, I could tell you this:
if you banned them tomorrow, 3/4 of the world would never know.
Well, I could tell you this right now. If you know that if you're not going to give up your gun, this is like the Diamondback DB9, the new one. If you're not, we've got here for testing. If you know you're not giving up your gun, then don't give up anything else.
No, well,
I'm on board.
That's my personal thing. People can make whatever laws they want.
There
was a time when they had laws in America that black people had to sit in the back of the bus, use the toilet, and all this kind of. There's been all kinds of bullshit laws in America and all over the world. You don't have to pay attention to that.
I don't own a bump stock, but if someone asks
nobody here owns one.
No, even if I did, if somebody asked me what they should do, I just tell them to
put it in the top of your closet and
put it away somewhere in a nice plastic bag and forget about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, forget
about it. You know what I'm saying?
You know how many? And this is not to. But do you know how many machine guns have been found in attics for 60 years on? That machine gun's still up in an attic.
Every day they find
somebody's going, oh shit, my grandfather brought this back from World War II or whatever. What the hell do I do with it?
What happens if they find you with a machine gun?
Well, you're gonna have some problems.
You can be charged, but if you find it like in the attic and you call them, then they just come and get it. And
I would contact a lawyer first. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, that's. But that's not what I would do. But anyways,
you have a different license.
Well, I don't advise on any of that stuff. So
it's true. None of us are lawyers. You cannot advise.
Don't give any advice. No, this is no legal advice. Please call.
Right.
If you have any legal problems, call Jussie
Smollett. He'll tell you how to get out of it.
Fix it team. Fixers. They're not even called lawyers. They're called fixers. Basically, they go around, bribe people, kill people. Do whatever it takes to get you out of prison.
Like was brought up in the chat here, I sure wish I could drive over 55. Or 70.
I know.
Or 70.
That governor on my foot just won't let me do it.
70. I really wish I could. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get those two cool timepieces.
Yeah. By the way, Gary Watson said this a little bit, like maybe 10 minutes ago. Babyface, let me pose this to y'all. Obama was the most outright anti-Second Amendment president, and the ATF told him to take a hike when he wanted bump stocks banned. Trump just says it, and it happened. So,
yes. Is there a question there? I agree. No, I agree. 100%.
Yeah. All Thumb says my local FFL is running a digital clock counting down the date and time we will have to do background checks for ammo. It's coming to you if you don't watch out. All that shit is going to happen because it's the slow creep. It's that analogy when they say to you, if you take a frog and put him in hot water,
in cold water and then slowly turn the heat up, they'll boil to death.
Yeah, because if you put him in hot water, they say he'll just jump out. But if you put him in regular water and slowly turn up the heat, this is what's happening to us. The heat is slowly being turned up, but you have to know where your limit is on all of this bullshit.
Okay.
Because, by the way, presidents and senators and congressmen and all of these people, they're not getting any better.
No, they don't give a shit about your rights.
Yeah.
They really don't. Maybe there are a couple that I like. What's the one-eyed guy from Texas? I like him.
Oh, the SEAL guy?
Yeah, I like him a lot. I think he's fantastic.
If he can stay out of the money, he'll be good.
Oh yeah. Yes. But there are some like that I really respect, and then there are some that I have zero respect for.
Yeah.
Most I have zero respect for.
I'm trying to remember how to set this thing here. Well, anyways.
And Fashdiff, I'm just going to let Fashdiff get this in before you show your things. He says, because Trump tards will go along due to cult of personality they have built, and not wanting to admit they fell for a con man. All of these presidents are con men. I don't trust any president. I don't trust any politicians. None of them. None of their asses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there might be this thing or that thing that they do that I like, or whatever it is, or this thing or that thing that I hate. But if you have any kind of power, the power corrupts you. So, there you go. And Richard Rasnick wants to know if do we respect AOC? Hell no.
You mean the chick AOC? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Respect her for what? Here's how I respect people. You don't gain respect by just being a senator.
I think we talked about this the other night, but I think she's a puppet. I don't think she comes up with any of them.
Supposedly, who's telling me this? Was it Will telling me this?
I believe I do truly believe.
She basically interviewed to run for the job.
Yep. Yeah, and then the group pushed her, and
right. And
I do believe it.
How do you? Let's go back to the money thing. Remember this. Everything's about this. It takes money to run for any office. Sorry, it does. You got to make signs. You got to get out there. You got to whore yourself around. It takes money. Mm-hmm. She got none.
She had a group. So the story is she had a group behind her that paid for everything and gave her all of her talking points. Basically, she was an actress and is an actress, and an actress in the sense that she has no thoughts of her own. She knows her talking points. She knows how to stay on script. And when she gets off script, you see how she sticks her foot in her mouth. Yeah, I'm fairly certain I'm fairly certain it's true.
Okay,
and it kind of scares me. But sorry, let's go for watches.
I got a question for you, Babyface. I can't remember. I'll look it up. This one here was my grandfather's Elgin.
Elgins are classic watches for train users.
Right, and he was a trained person.
I love it.
It's gold plated. It's not gold.
Mm-hmm.
But I had it all rebuilt by this guy. His name is Paul Bubb, and he basically disassembled the whole thing, got it all back together, running right and everything. But I can't remember how to set the time on the thing with the.
Is it not a pull up on the top?
Well, I thought it was, but I'm pulling on the stem and it's not.
Let me see it again.
Let's
see. Yeah, that looks like a stem set. It looks like you should be able to pull the stem up and set it.
I got stem set right here.
I got your stem set. All right, now number 2.
By the way, Richard Hughes, hold on. Richard Hughes is throwing up his watch. Now people.
I like that.
This was
I can't really see it, but I like it.
Yeah.
This was my mom's dad, so that's my mom's father watch, and then I acquired this watch that was my dad's father's watch.
I like more because it doesn't look new. It looks old.
Patina.
Now, and Paul also rebuilt this one, Paul Bubb. Mm-hmm. This came from Russia.
That's cool.
And actually, it's a decent watch. He told me, I thought it was just some cheap watch, but once he disassembled it and told me all about it, it's actually a quality watch. But it had a nasty looking bezel on it, I guess you call it, or whatever.
Dial or?
Yeah, the face.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Or no, the dial.
He replaced that, disassembled. He disassembles the whole watch, every little piece of part, cleans it, puts it back together. I mean, I was like,
there's an art. Watchmaking and watch repair is an art.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you want to see some pieces. Oh God, these are dials. These are screws for the dial feet that hold the dial in. Compared to my finger.
Oh, there
you see. That's my pointer finger.
Oh yeah.
See how tiny that little thing is, and that's the norm. That's not even considered really small.
Yeah. So this thing, and I just wound a little bit, and it's running again.
Yeah. Okay. So by the way, Trey gave us a couple of bucks to say. He gave us a couple of bucks to help Walter get lessons for setting his watch.
Thank you, Trey.
Yeah. And before anyone gets crazy, Trey was texting me, by the way. They got approved. The thing they were going through.
Congrats.
Yeah, that all went down today.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Walter and I were out there on the range, and there's a lot of improvements.
Yeah.
Aries Firearms.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see. It looks like
congrats to them. That's a big excitement.
So when's a keg party, Trey?
Yeah. So we need to get Trey to come on. I don't know if Trey is able to come on. Trey, if you can, tell Lola to give you a link, and we'll see if we can get you on. If not, we'll get Trey to come on in the next couple of days.
Here we go. We're all negative. What are we gonna do? Oh. What's going on?
And then you get some good news.
And this state, proves.
The real question is, can we drop bombs from not an A12, from an A10 Warthog? Did he have to sign that? Are we allowed to call in A10 Warthog strikes?
Okay, Trey.
Can we only do 500 pounds of tannerite? Can we go 1,000? I mean,
Trey, do you have an A10 Warthog? First of all,
well,
let's start with that, because if you have one, I hereby confiscate it in the name of Hank Strangelandia.
Yeah.
You know, we should just go to Aries and put up our own flag, make our own country right there. Yeah, Hank Strangelandia. We claim it in the name of.
If you want to put yourself in the crosshairs of every federal agency known to man,
try to make your own country inside of a state.
Declare yourself sovereign.
Yeah,
if we can do it.
Go to YouTube.
See how that works for you.
Go to YouTube and do a search for sovereign citizens,
yeah,
and just watch those videos and enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing watching people try to tell them that they don't follow the American laws and then getting handcuffed.
I'm all about, kind of like Baby says, don't fuck with me and I won't fuck with you kind of thing.
Seriously. Yep.
But you can't declare your block a new country. It just doesn't work. I mean, sorry, you can't.
Okay.
So,
that's what you say now. Okay. Mr. Negativity. Wait till the aliens come for you.
Why we're all squealing about bump stocks, and I understand the reason.
Uh-huh.
This state over here signs constitutional carry, right, or whatever it is, or no permitted carry. This town is, there's the state county by county. They're declaring themselves Second Amendment
sanctuaries.
Sanctuaries, right? So stuff is going on in the positive fashion. It's just not happening with the bump stock. So,
Yeah. No, I understand. Big Dick Willie. Big Dick Willie sent us his watch picture. I don't know.
Big Dick Willie in the house.
The Big Dick Willie, throw your rollies in the air and wave them like you just don't care. There you go.
And you give $70 million so you girl can go to school. Yeah.
And make them holler.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta rhyme it, Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta rhyme it.
Your rhyme ready.
Yeah, by the way, Dr. Dre had nothing to do with throw your rollies in the air. Yeah. I don't know. What's that? Was that Biggie? Probably Biggie, but maybe someone before Biggie. So whatever. I'm not the historian either, so I'm gonna stay out of it. Someone could do the thing. Aries Firearms says Strange Nation. So there you go. But congratulations to Trey and Aries Firearms. I know that was like a whole tough thing. And also he wanted to thank everyone out here who sent emails and did all that kind of stuff for him. Here's the thing. That hearing was today. And when Trey said, I was like, oh shit, I think I was supposed to go to that hearing. But I'm glad everything worked out because I totally forgot. But that's how it goes sometimes, man. It's so crazy that you don't even remember what day it is. But I'm glad all the stuff worked out, and Trey has that approval now. So let's do it.
To celebrate properly at Aries Firearms Training.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome calves.
Yeah. James Miller says, when am I going to release a gun rap video? I want Walter and Babyface to be in there. I'll be your ghostwriter. I'll write the rhymes for you. Why are you shaking your head, Patrick? I can rap better than Post Malone, I'll tell you that. I mean, is he even rapping? He's just singing.
Yeah, mumble.
Yeah.
No, he's not a mumble rapper. He's not that bad.
Yeah. What is that thing? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You don't know how to pay for my vacations.
Is that what he says?
No, I have no idea what he said. Yeah. I don't. Is Post Malone really a rapper? I don't know. I guess
he originally wasn't. He comes from a country family in Texas, and he's if you watch his old videos from like him in high school and early college days or whatever, he's like acoustic guitar, Johnny Cash music. That's what. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah. He's not. Somehow he wound up in the rap game, but he really isn't, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. Kathleen Music Lover says, my name's Walter and I'll never falter. I wear halters.
What?
Oh dear, I could do better than that.
That's Kathleen.
So in separate news, the internet is dead in the UK. Did you guys see that today?
No.
Yeah, that's I saw something about it. Explain that to us.
So Article 13 and Article 11, I think is what it was, passed in the UK, which basically is a very anti-internet bill that they were trying to pass. Let me see if I can find some stuff about it.
Yeah, let's pull up something on exactly what.
The weirdest thing to me is that they were requiring. So one of the things that they were trying to implement was a link. They're calling it a link tax. So if a website or something links out to another article but gives a brief description of that other article, the linking company would have to pay a tax to the person they're linking to. So say like you get your Google News in the morning and you're not actually, for a lot of people, you're not actually going to foxnews.com or CNN or whatever.
Right.
You're just reading the headlines. Google would then have to pay CNN or Fox or whomever for each headline that they show, because supposedly they're taking revenue from media companies. So this was some sort of weird cash grab for media companies. This was a really weird
copyright thing. So basically it takes away all freedom to repost anything. Like here in America,
sort of copyrighted stuff.
Yeah. Here in America, we could do things because there's certain rights that we have to like if it's news or this thing or that thing. Aries gave us a couple of bucks. Trey gave us a couple of bucks to say keep Babyface out of the video.
I appreciate it. I'm no longer obligated to be in this rap video, thanks to Aries. He paid my way out. I'm no longer a slave.
It's going to take a lot more than that, Trey. It's going to take boobies for Babyface P to keep him out.
So yeah, so the big thing is any service that's hosting things, say Facebook, and it's not even just the big companies, but any place where you're hosting images or hosting, the big thing that was getting people was hosting GIFs or memes, because they are reposts of some of it copyrighted material, like Pepe the Frog, which originally is copyrighted material from an artist who made it from a comic. He drew it for a comic that he was creating. They would, every time that Pepe meme gets posted, they would have to pay however much money to the original creator of it to have it just linked on the internet. So basically, it sounds like the EU wants to destroy the backbone of the internet by charging for every link out to everything.
How do you stop that? How the internet's worldwide, right? So what if you pull up an American website that has all these
they always want to do this. It's just like pirate radio in England in the past. People just make your own internet. Fuck these people.
Can I make a comment about radio in England?
Go ahead.
Having been in England recently in the last couple of years, their broadcast radio sucks. All you get is bebop. All you get is this crappy bebop rock shit they like over there, the techno kind of sound and bebop junk. You can't find any classic rock. You can't find any. I mean, it's so controlled. I mean, there's no XM satellite radio, that's for sure, because you can probably say bad words on that.
Right.
But yeah, it's just terrible. I don't know. And I brought it up to him, and there's like, well, that's the way it is. It's like, okay. Welcome to the BBC. Sorry, yes.
Yeah. By the way, Richard Hughes is trying to. I don't know if you guys could see this. Hold on. He's trying to say this is his watch now with the.
Does he have a digital?
No, that's nonsense. If he
has a smartwatch, you can put whatever background you want. Does he have a smartwatch?
I don't know. I know
if he has it. If he has like a Samsung smartwatch, which it kind of looks like it, you can put whatever dial you want. It's really cool. So that may be his dial at the moment, which is pretty dope.
By the way, England is pretty corny. England's pretty corny. The only thing I like is fish and chips.
Now, I was gonna say, I hear only fish and chips. It's the only good thing they have.
I like chicks with British accents. I can't lie.
I'm about that. British and Southern, both.
Yeah. British, Southern, pretty much any accent you have.
It's not American and not ghetto.
If you can talk, the only accent I don't like that comes from when you have that thing in your throat because you smoke too many cigarettes.
You sound like what's the one girl that used to be on MTV?
Sound like a smoker.
Yeah, she's on XM now too. Sometimes with the '80s stuff. It's like, have another cigarette there, woman. It's like, oh.
Wow, who are you talking? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out.
Not Martha Quinn, but oh fuck, what's her
On
name?
MTV.
She used to be on MTV back in the '80s.
Oh, but she didn't sound like that back then.
Not as much, no. But after another 30 years of smoking, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Not Martha Quinn. Martha Quinn still sounds like Martha Quinn, but
yeah.
Oh, what's her name? Okay, yeah. Come to me.
That's the accent we don't like. If we had to hit it, hey, listen, we'll just imagine, use the mind palace under those circumstances.
Frank Quick says my dream woman would be a Colombian with an English accent.
A Colombian with an English accent. Okay.
Nina Blackwood. Nina Blackwood is Sapper Hog 25. Exactly.
Nina Blackwood.
Give me another cigarette. Give me another cigarette here. You know.
I have your Nina Blackwood right here.
Yeah.
Nina Blackwood. I don't remember that from.
Yeah, she's one of the original. Julie Brown's the English chick.
Yeah, Julie Brown. She was British. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, yes, she is. Yeah.
I got it. I like a British accent, but like I said,
the weirdest thing for me is you see an Asian person in England, and they open their mouth and it's a serious English accent. I'm like, holy cow, what happened?
That's sexy on a woman. That's sexy on a woman. Sorry. Matter of fact, like the watches thing, we were talking about watches in the what is it in Basel World going on. There's one of the companies, I think it's Revolution Watches. There's a Asian woman that's part of Revolution Watches, and she's got a British accent and red hair. Pretty cool.
Red? Wait, hang on. Whoa. Yeah. Real red hair, or
the Asian women are not allowed to have red hair, Walter?
Well, I was gonna say that's not natural. That's just, you know.
No, I don't think any human beings have cherry red hair.
Well, you didn't say cherry red.
No, she's not a gender.
Now I'm trying to find this chick. Revolution Watches.
Yeah. Search Suzanne Revolution Watches, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here, I'm going to throw this up here, since before someone says, you people are not even talking about guns, you bastards. I'm going to throw up this link that I saw in regards to the bump stock ban.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw it up here so that
Hank.
What? Yeah. What? You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures at the moment of Revolution Watches. No, thanks.
Okay.
Not for me.
Cargill, and then
I don't. How do you know you're even looking at the right person?
Because she's got cherry red hair and she's Asian. I assume there's not that many that work for that company.
Oh, heck, you got to check this out. Check out the link they threw up on the chat there about the. Who threw that? You threw that up there.
That's me. I threw it up there, Walter. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So Michael Cargill and NCLA to sue the ATF. What the hell just happened to my link? I don't know why this opened up. Okay. To sue the ATF over today's bump stock ban. Michael Cargill is a brother. Apparently, he owns
They make some good shit, don't they?
Central Texas Gun Works in Austin, hosts a local radio show focused on firearm shooting and gun rights. With today's bump stock ban looming, Cargill took the incredibly dangerous firearm accessory he owned to local ATF office yesterday and turned it in. Before he did that, though, he announced that with the help of New Civil Rights Liberties Alliance, he's filing suit against the ATF arbitrary reclassification of bump stocks as machine guns. So, I guess that's like a technical thing that he had to do. He had to turn one in order to kick this thing off, which has to happen. Yeah.
I hope for success for him. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that I like about that chick from Revolution Watches is she has a potty mouth. I know that's weird because Lola doesn't curse that often, but
she's
like a potty mouth.
Every other word is fucking English.
Yeah, that is not my accent. It's not my cup of tea.
Does she sound like Ozzy Osbourne? You fucking this, you fucking that.
No, that's what's Ozzy like? Is that Scottish or Irish?
No, it's he's Ozzy Osbourne's from England, but you got the Cockney accent, which is real deep, loud, but
Actually, that chick's accent, her British accent, sounds weird. It sounds like an African accent, which is really weird.
It sounds like she's not a firstborn from the UK.
Yeah,
it sounds like she's from some Asian country and then moved to the UK.
Look at you. You're listening to the accent.
It's like a mix.
You're getting deep. You're getting pulled in.
It's like a mix of the two. It's weird.
Yeah. This is now going in Babyface's mind palace.
What was his name? What's her name?
Now Walter has to go through.
You want me to find a video for you?
Yeah. So that's good. That's good that Michael Cargill is doing that. I'm trying to see what other gun stuff out here. By the way, I'm looking on the Firearms blog for anything about the bump stock ban. I don't see a damn thing.
That surprise you at all? Oh, did you see the link that I posted at 7:52? By the way,
this morning?
No. It's right here in the chat. I stuck it in our chat.
Oh, let me see.
It's in between your two posts, not the most recent one. That's for Walter.
Okay. Oh shit!
Is this a trap, Babyface? Before I open this,
no, it's a YouTube link. It can't be that bad. Well, I take that back. There are some things on YouTube. This is for anybody out there that I just found this now, and I think it's really funny. Who is this? Senator Mike Lee talking about the Green New Deal. Do you see the picture he brought up?
On a T-Rex.
Yes, it's Ronald Reagan shooting a machine gun on a Velociraptor with an American flag. I don't know what his filibuster was about or his speech was about, but it's just the image is.
Oh, he's shooting a machine gun, but he has a bazooka strapped to his back.
Bazooka on his back. Yeah. I don't know what any of this was about or why he. They did vote down the Green New Deal today, which is good. But
a lot of Democrats voted present.
Which is what? You just choose not to vote?
Yeah.
So you just abstain from voting?
Walter, why is Walter muted?
He's watching his chick talk, I think.
Oh, yeah, she's trash. She's trash. She's no good.
She's trash. Wow.
She's not very attractive, just put it that way.
Trashy but classy.
Bloody hell, she looks like a streetwalker. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see.
But I thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny because he had multiple pictures. He puts up that one. He puts up a picture of Luke riding a tauntaun in Hoth. And then he has a picture of Aquaman riding a giant seahorse. And I don't know why any of this is there, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's a filibuster. Who's the artist that did the thing?
Did what thing?
Who did the?
He's done stuff with Trump too, hasn't he? The guy.
Lee?
No, who's the artist that did the painting?
Oh, I don't know, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool.
What was I gonna say?
What were you gonna say? Okay, you were talking about the trashy redhead chick.
Yeah, no, nothing special. No.
It's off of DeviantArt by Sharp Writer. That's the name of the authors or the artist.
Sharp Writer.
If you do a search for Ronald Reagan on Raptor, it comes up.
Yeah, is he Sharp Writer on Instagram?
Sharp, SHARP, as in Papa. Sharp Writer. I don't know if he's on Instagram. I assume so. He's on DeviantArt.
Sharp Writer.
The art of Jason Hulser.
On a
no.
Reagan on a Raptor. Just do that. It'll come up. Guarantee it. So I just thought that was funny. I just found that on 4chan. I thought it was kind of funny that he's very, very much trolling the left by just filibustering with stupid pictures.
Oh, what I was going to say was that the voting present was one of Obama's things before when he was just a meek little senator. He would always vote present.
Yeah, that's how you're not on the record voting against them. Instead of voting against them or for them, so it's kind of like sitting on the fence that you can get away. So if she becomes president one day, no one can say that you didn't. Here
we go. Rollcall.com. Senate Democrats dodge vote on Green New Deal resolution. What's the guy's name that for Joe Rogan?
What guy for Joe Rogan?
That does all the Googling for him. Jamie, bring that up. You know, when you watch Joe Rogan, he's like, Jamie, go Google that. Am I your Jamie? Is that
you are my Jamie? You're my low budget.
Let's go look that up. With all Republicans voting in the negative on the procedural vote, the resolution introduced by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell was thwarted 0 to 57. So none of them voted yay or nay. They all voted present. What a bag of dicks.
They're a bunch of putts. What they are.
Spineless
putts.
Yeah.
No one wanted to run voting for that crap.
They're all JOs.
Yes, that's the thing is all of them want to say, I didn't vote it down. I didn't vote it down. But you also didn't vote for it. You're a spineless wimp.
Yeah, DCG 44s has a good point here. Everyone sue ATF, waste their time, cost them money.
Yeah.
Can we get Michael Avenatti? Can we get him? If we could get him to sue them, I'm down.
Oh my God. Could you imagine the publicity it would bring to it? It'd be great.
I mean, he's not in jail. He's not in prison, even though he stole money from people and all that. He's not.
Wait, he's not in jail yet for this?
No.
Wow. Wow.
Not in jail yet. Probably never will be. All of a sudden, mysteriously, all charges will be dropped. What do people have?
Before you start suing ATF just to be a JO, there's our people waiting for determinations, by the way.
Yeah, what's up with that?
There are people trying to make a living in the firearms business.
Yes, when you sue, make sure
when you cause ATF to shoot a, that pulls them away from doing stuff like working on people's determinations. And, yeah. So thanks a lot there.
Yeah. By the way, when you sue, say hashtag safety firearms.
Right. Yeah.
No, don't do it. Don't do
I
it.
want my SHTF 50.
Yes, sue for the SHTF 50.
Yeah. Everybody's squealing about the bump stocks. The thing with me and my uppers is a real can of freaking worms. So
I know, man. I know. That's
talking about going after stuff. This could be the start of something way bigger than any freaking bump stock. So.
Well, because if they're saying a bolt action has to be serialized, what other upper has to be serialized?
Well, they would like in Europe, everything is serialized. In Europe, the upper is the serialized part. The only reason that the lower on the AR-15 is not serialized is because that's the way.
The upper.
Yeah, right. The only reason it's not is because that's the way they did it, like in 1964. Because Colt stuck it on the lower because it was a good place to put it, and ATF went with it.
I mean, it makes more sense to me. That's where the fire control group is.
But on a SCAR, it's not.
Which has never made sense to me.
On an FAL, it's not.
Again, never made sense to me.
So okay, so let me ask you this though. So where does the ATF say that the serial number has to be?
I don't actually know. It's a Walther.
That's a determination thing.
So
what do you mean by? I'm sorry. What do you?
Okay, let me show you. When the street ball came in the country, that was submitted for determination.
Mm-hmm.
ATF, you have to submit, and they tell you where to put it.
Yes, and ATF. I've seen the letter. I have a copy of it. ATF said that the upper is the firearm.
On the street ball?
Yes, which is great because I'm making a lower, by the way. So,
okay, so that's actually good for you. That works.
I'm making a Glock mag lower. Yes.
Yes. Don't start rumors.
Don't tell people.
That's a rumor. No one pretend you didn't hear that.
And it's not ready, so don't call and ask about it.
Yeah.
I'll buy one, especially with a pistol in the back, a pistol brace. I'll buy that.
That's what you're calling the Hank, right?
Strange. You should call it the strange lower.
Yeah.
Strange lowers. We like strange lowers, don't we?
Yeah. Just put a circle like this, and then another circle.
Booty.
Like these nuts. Strange these nuts.
Oh no, I don't do things with nuts on my guns. So.
No. Oh, okay.
No.
Richard Hughes
I thought you were making a set of boobs.
I was going for boobs or butt.
Either way. It works for all things. It's nature's way of
everybody.
All important things.
Everybody's Mr. F&H is now saying MSRP.
Yeah, what's the?
You have opened a can of worms that you.
Yeah, Walter. Seriously.
To be determined.
Okay.
Okay, since I opened the can of worms, let me tell you what's going on. We're gonna make a Glock lower for the street bog. Okay, it's already drawn up. It's gonna take. Well, let me tell you the history of that. The street bogs in Europe have a lower that uses basically AR-15 parts. But when they came into this country, ATF said, that's too easy to convert into something else. So they made them change the lower, made them turn it into plastic, and they got a permanent fixed pistol grip, which the ones over in Europe use an AR-15 pistol grip. So you can change it out and tailor it to your likings. So
that's how it should be. That makes more sense.
Right. So we're going to build it so it takes the AR-15 trigger parts, like because your favorite trigger that's going to be banned, and your favorite grip. It'll be made out of aluminum. It'll be all pretty as a motherfucker, and take Glock mags.
That sounds dope.
Okay, Glock mags, AR-15 pistol grip trigger group.
I feel like that's
in order to feed off the Glock mag, you have to the bolt has to be either modified or a new bolt.
It has to have a cut on the side, right?
Yeah, well, it's the stock one's too wide to fit down to the Glock.
Yep.
So we'll probably make our own bolt heads. The Streetbog bolt comes apart in 2 pieces, so it's pretty simple.
Is it just the bolt or the carrier as well?
Just the bolt.
They're all one. It's all a single thing, isn't
No,
it?
it separates. It comes apart in 2 pieces.
Oh, it's separate like an AR?
It's like a Scorpion. Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
No, the Streetbog bolt handle or the carrier extends into the front where the charging handle is.
Oh,
so it's very Scar-ish the way it is, or B&T-ish.
Okay. What is the serialized part of the?
Oh, it's square
of the Scorpion again.
It's that one side of the receiver.
That one.
Because the Scorpion receiver on bolts into pieces, and I think it's the right hand side.
What's considered the gun on that?
It has a serial number on it. Yeah.
This is okay. So 450 Mitch says, so why can you buy an upper without a background check but need one for a lower?
Because it's not serialized. Well,
because the uppers in this country is not considered.
If you're talking about an AR-15, right?
Yeah. If you're buying a SCAR, you have to buy the serialized.
Yeah, right. If you buy a SCAR, the upper is the serial number part, and the lower is not. There was quite a bit of when I asked about this with the Streetbog. Oh, people saying, "Oh, it's the upper, it's the lower." They're all serial numbered on the gun. If you look at their serial numbers all over it.
But you can contact the importer
But I got the letter right from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Okay.
It's so
I mean, that's like a Glock has serial numbers all over.
Europeans do that. That's the way Europeans roll.
Yeah, they God, the German guns from World War II have a every damn part.
And that's because that's a group of parts, and they keep that group of parts together as it goes through the production thing.
And here we were dumping all of our pistol parts, all of our rifle parts in one bucket, cleaning them, and then separating them out, and everybody just grabs it.
And you build a bitsa.
You build your gun back up from everybody else's parts.
Bitsa, yeah. So but yeah, no, the lower won't need any ATF approval because it's not a firearm.
Nice. Yeah. That's awesome.
So and then I noticed that well, actually, here's a question. I think that the Glocks made here, right, made in Georgia, only have one serial number, or they do the same serial number?
They probably do the No, I don't. Let me see. I don't have. Wait a minute. Drum roll.
Do you have one made here?
On your butt is made here. Hank.
It's on the
43.
receiver, it's on the slide and on the barrel.
Your 43 was made here too. Yeah, 42 is the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
They can't import that. They don't meet the point rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Bingo.
Pixamite wants you to say the name of some firearms slower. And Butch Wright says McCutcheon Firearms now requires a 4473 for their bolt action 50 uppers.
Okay, I don't know. I know McCutcheon submitted one for determination, and I don't know what happened with them with that. If I don't know, we'll know something soon. That's all.
Yeah, we're gonna see how that all plays.
Either way, worst come to it's just a weird. I've never seen a gun with 2 serial numbers, so I'll just leave it at that. Having an upper, a lower one, and an upper with a different one. That's. We'll see what the letter says when it comes. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll see. We're all eagerly awaiting that. But
that's why I'm making all the stocks I can make.
No, you could get a little more cash out of somebody if you would just part ways with one of your welders. Just saying. Anyways, so what are we talking about now?
Babyface apparently is in the market for a welding machine.
I know he is. I just can't. To me, getting rid of that weld was like getting rid of the spare tire on your car.
Yeah. Is anyone out there sitting on a spare TIG welder that you don't
new
need?
Cars don't come with spare tires anymore. Just saying. Just saying.
I'm
I do have some Gorn, by the way. I brought some rare Gorn up from the safe today.
Okay, show us the Gorn. I think someone was asking what your home defense gun is.
Mine?
I guess so.
That's such a weird question. Okay, so there's a Glock sitting here. So if I'm in the office, I have that.
There's about 7 AKs on the wall.
There's a 300 blackout and a 5.56 right there. I brought this piece of Gorn up because I have
Man, look at that awesome stock you got on that one gun.
I know, right? Isn't it pretty dope?
Yeah.
I brought this.
By the way, his home defense gun is a buckshot.
Yeah, seriously.
Buckshot.
This is my homebrew Russian AK. So this was off of a. Oh come on, lighting. See if that lighting will actually work for me.
Is that Ivishka or is it Tula? What is that?
It's the Tula Star, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a Tula gun. All Russian parts. Oh, and it still smells terrible.
It smells like it smells like Soviet Union.
Yeah, it smells like communism.
Like shit.
Yeah, I brought this up because I haven't played with this gun in a long time. In that conversation last night about the 22, I was like, I should get that out of the safe. So
no, I have no problem with the Russian people. It's just their government sucks. So,
and then you're ready for the weird one that I haven't brought this out in a real long time.
Oh boy.
I haven't shot this in probably 2 years, if not longer. This is my Winchester Model 98 from, I think it's from like 1911. Original hammer fired.
Oh shit! I just got a Woody.
Walter just blew his whole wad right there.
Have you ever got bit by that bolt when you're pumping it?
Time, and I've never done it again.
Oh man!
So for anybody out there that doesn't know why it's called a knuckle duster, when your hand in the back like this, if you put it too high, when this bolt starts coming back, it'll take the top of your knuckle right off.
I was at the SHOT Show. And I was in the booth of one of the importers years ago, and I picked it up and I held it like you do, like at waist height, and I pumped it.
Boom, right into your arm, right to the wrist.
I was bleeding.
Yeah. Yep. I did it once, and I've never done it again.
Because on a brand new Chinese import shotgun, every single piece of that thing is sharp.
So yeah, this one is a original Winchester Model 98, and the cool thing is it's a takedown model.
Oh, nice.
97. 97.
1897 is it Model 97? I think you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Model 97, not 98. And I did a look at it one point, and I don't remember. The serial number, I think, dates back. It's underneath. I think it dates back to 1911.
FNH
says you can bump fire that.
You can. It's really cool.
Yeah, they don't have a disconnector in them. Yeah.
Slamfire.
Yep.
Let me put it back together. I'll show you. So it's cool because it's really simple to take apart and put back together. It's ready to go.
You should.
So on most guns today, there's a disconnector. You hold the trigger, and when you bring the hammer forward, it doesn't fire. It'd be like that. On this gun, you hold the trigger down, and you slam it, and the hammer comes with it. Boom! So if you hold the trigger down, as fast as you can pump it, it'll pump out shells.
Right.
They're really fun. I bought this one there was a pawn shop that went out of business down near where I used to work in Gainesville, down in downtown. And it went out of business. $450. Not super expensive. It's not it's not a great deal, but it's really fun.
You don't have any emotional attachment to it. You should You should get you a heat shield and turn it into a trench gun.
I don't want to cut it because it is it's a good bird gun. It's a 28-inch shot, 28-inch round. So I don't want to cut it, but you can find those like a knock-around barrel because it's a takedown. I can find a knock-around upper, cut it, and put a heat shield. Yeah. They look so cool. So these are the original trench guns.
Yeah, then you get you the Enfield 1917 bayonet for it.
They're so cool. So cool. Yeah.
Ray Bozzolo says hammers make me wet.
It looks a shotgun with a hammer on the back looks so neat. I love it.
Yeah, I wanted to get when I bought my double barrel, I wanted so bad to get twin hammer double barrel. But
click.
So Walter, will you trade him that gun for a TIG welder?
I probably would. Yeah.
I'm not doing that. We're way more than
See.
Oh, see, I try to make you a deal, babyface.
Yeah, you're working it, Hank Strange. I'll tell you what.
Try to make you a deal, man.
You found one of my soft spots.
Yeah, there you go. All up in that. You want that TIG welder, right?
Not that bad.
Oh boy.
I do not have a 97 Winchester. So
they're not expensive either. You can get them. You can get them sub $400.
Well, if you find one for that, you let me know.
Let me see if I can find you one. Hold on.
That isn't falling apart.
This one, you can see its age. It's not, the bluing isn't still there.
Not too bad.
The brown, I like the this side. You can see it better where it's turning that brown patina.
Yeah.
I love it. It's not in bad shape for what it is, but man, does it shoot clays like nothing else. That 28-inch barrel, whew,
Yeah.
it is a clay destroyer.
Okay, but you're not giving it up for a TIG welder.
No, doesn't sound like it.
Is that what you're saying, Babyface?
Why do you do this? Why do you do this?
Doesn't sound like it.
I'm trying to make you a deal, Patrick.
Yeah.
No, I don't need to get rid of my 97 for a TIG.
It's gonna be still in the family.
You're really making me think on this one. A good what was it? A good Lincoln or it was what kind of TIG?
Was it a Miller?
I think it was a Miller.
Miller. This is a Miller I have, yeah.
Oh, see? Miller.
Hank, why are you doing this to me, Hank?
Mercedes. That's the Mercedes of the TIG welders right there, man.
You know what? I might think about it actually for a Miller. Then I can get a couple projects done. Finally.
Yeah, it'll still be in the family.
You gotta get if you get the machine, it's still I gotta get it's what I have is the welder. So it needs to have the lead, one of the thing for holding the tungsten.
Oh yeah, the tip.
The stuff. But yeah, I mean that stuff can be had. It's not the end of the
gun, right? Mm-hmm.
Simpson Road Larry says give Babyface a night or two to think about it.
Yeah.
Brian White says get a Miller, go blue. I guess everybody likes Miller.
We'll let you marinate in that deal, but you got to think about it before Walter.
I have a Lincoln. So.
Oh, Walter has a wait. What are we talking about here, though, Walter? Your Lincoln, or do you have
the backup?
Talking about the Miller. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, and I call dibs
on what?
On both of those things.
Yeah. The shotgun and the welder, or what?
Since I brokered the deal, I call dibs.
Sounds like a video to be made.
Yeah, that means Patrick has to weld stuff for me. And
you know what, Walter? Tomorrow you need to send me a picture of that welder. We'll talk. All
right, let me. I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Someone says Bud Light, Miller. No. Bud Light is better than I don't know what the hell.
I actually had some Bud Light on Saturday night at a party.
Not good.
Yeah, it's not my favorite beer. All I can think about is me and a friend at one of the Super Bowls, like in 91 or so, or 90 or whatever it was. I drank basically a 12-pack, and he drank a 12-pack. I was so hungover the next day. It was just like, that was one of those Super Bowls where it was like a blowout. I forget which one it was, but yeah. But the beer was fun, anyways.
Yeah, light beers are no good for you.
Well, cheap light beers are no good for you. Yeah.
What is this? Just like light soda drinks. Zorba Pastor. Study finds diet soda increases may be linked to early death. No diet soda. So, I don't know. Just saying. You got to get that real sugar.
That
also is linked to early death.
That's what I keep telling her. I need to get that real sugar. You know.
There was a study not that long ago showing that fake sugars are worse for you because they cause sugar cravings.
Yeah, you make you more likely to.
You want, so in the end, you end up drinking more soda because you crave sugar more. So
yeah, James Miller says that was one of the Super Bowls with the Bills, and that was like I said, that was
1919.
I was working at General Dynamics, then still, that was probably 1988.
What's so we talked about this a while ago. What was your background? You're an engineer of some type, right?
No, I'm not an engineer at all.
Oh, I thought you were an engineer. Okay.
No degree. I did
only a street degree, yo.
Oh,
streetonomics.
The degree of life. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a draftsman. I used to do all that stuff. The General Dynamics, I was a draftsman. I've done a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
We had
an IE Pimptronics.
We had a guy, I forgot who it was. We had somebody in the chat one night when it was just Hank and I asking about how to get into the gun industry. And I was like, talk to Walter. He can tell you more.
It's funny you mentioned that because I guess there was a thing recently, Ian from Forgotten Weapons. People were asking that question too, and he's like, "Don't do it, don't."
Yeah, everybody says the same thing. Just don't.
It's like, okay, give me the first thing you do. Don't quit your day job.
That's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And don't act like you're John Browning,
because you're not.
You're not. Don't act like you're a big corporation, because you're not.
Well, I mean, we all saw, unfortunately, what happened to Hudson.
The fancy boxes and Don't do
Just
that.
put your gun out in a paper bag.
Yeah.
Paper bag special.
Make if you got an idea for something, make it and see how it works and figure it out. But don't quit your day job.
Yeah. Racist Hillbilly wants to know if you went to college.
I went to tech school.
Tech school. There you go. College of Pimpin' 101.
I have an associate's degree in architectural design, believe it or not.
I can get you headphones.
And I probably worked in architectural drafting for maybe a month.
Oh, okay.
And the rest of it's all like electronics and mechanical stuff. And
make it, and they will come.
Oh, the bank. Yeah. We got to talk about that some more. Yeah.
Go ahead. Show that again, babyface. Show it again.
This is my home defense gun.
Point to what you're talking about.
Oh, you can see the difference. There's something silver mixed in with a bunch of black.
Right.
Yeah. I got some silver mixed in with a bunch of black right here.
That is my brainchild. Walter and I are working on it. We got to get it.
And it's called the Hank.
I have a
The Hank mod.
It can't be Hank and be white. Come on, it's got to be black.
It's not anodized yet.
You're right.
Anodized, excuse me.
Anodized, yeah.
Anodized.
I advise anybody who wants to do the gun stuff is just learn about guns. I mean, read books, and do that kind of thing.
That's what I can. I'm a knowledge sponge when it comes to guns. I can sit and read through tech stuff about firearms all day, every day. It's for some reason that's how I am, and
I mean,
I'm hoping eventually I'll find things that like this that I can make better and produce it. But we'll see.
Right? Yeah, you don't have to make guns to make gun stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you can stay away from having licenses, and all that stuff, and it being inspected, and all that,
I can pay Walter for time on machine and not have to have any licenses.
You can make gun parts and make gun stuff and farm out all your making of the parts.
Mm-hmm.
So you may package it and maybe do some finishing and stuff like that. But I don't reckon. Like I said, don't leave your day job. And
take it little by little. If your product takes off, and
it's like anything. If all of a sudden you decide I'm going to open up a florist shop, you might want.
And the other thing is probably for what every 10 to 20 ideas you have, one of them might be decent. Everything else is going to be pretty much garbage.
Yeah, what seems to you to be this awesome thing
might not.
I've had people say that to me. It's like,
yeah, it's like I don't really see how that's that great.
Yeah,
but don't go by me. I might be just because I'm not interested, don't mean it's not the end of the world. But I mean, I get the stuff from one of these invention companies that they send it out to you to see if you're interested in it, and I see some of the stuff, and I'm going, really. Really? I mean, okay. I guess.
Everything looks crazy though until you actually see it, and everyone's buying 1 million fidget spinners.
That's what's happening.
And then you're like, oh shit! I should have got up on that fidget spinner.
Racist Hillboy is asking, do I own my shop? We rent the space we're in, but all my machines and stuff are all mine. Oh, here's some advice to you: don't get in hock real deep. Don't. Oh, I want to get machines, and you go buy 3 machines at one time. First time you can't make them, can't make the machine payments.
You're SOL.
But in today's world, do you have to do that? Because there's lots of, with 3D design, get your thing designed and prototyped with other people, and then even if you decide to manufacture it, hire outside people to manufacture.
Yeah. You can get the machine work stuff done outside. Yeah.
CAD, do what I did. CAD design it. Try it out. If you can get access to a 3D printer, there's actually a guy here that I just met recently that does time on machine for his 3D printer. And he is the 3D printer guy. Like he's vast knowledge of 3D printers. It was like $6 an hour for his 3D printer. Pay for time on machine, have him 3D print a couple samples.
If it takes the whole day to print it out, so what?
Yeah. Give him $50 to $100 to print it out, try it. Yeah. And then if it works, take it to the metal stage, pay for time on machine, like with Walter.
And see if it can be made.
And that's the big thing is a CNC engineer will sit down and tell you like, oh, this really isn't that great.
Well, I mean, it might be cool, but how are you going to make it?
Yeah. Luckily mine was really simple. It's flat.
Oh yeah.
Flats and holes, and that's it.
I saw that thing and I was like, man, they knocked these.
Did we test that yet though? Did you test it?
I've shot probably 400 rounds with it on top.
Not enough.
Oh, it's
full auto.
And as Doug Marcotte says, it will kill.
It'll kill. That's right.
It will kill.
Yeah, Richard Hughes has good advice here. He says, how do you make a small fortune in aviation? Start with a large one. So I think it's probably
You know what's crazy though? If somebody would have given me $1 million 10 years ago and said make a business, I would have failed instantly. There's no way. There's no way I could have come up with a winning business right out of the gate.
When I was saying, okay, early 80s, when the computer thing was just getting wound up, I was thinking in my head, man, it would sure be cool to put that music on that 3.5-inch floppy. If I could figure out a way to do that, look what happened with that idea.
Yep,
like CDs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's been things I've thought of. You can think of things all day long. Now, what you got to do is you got to take that idea and patent it. If you can pay for that to patent that idea, even though you're not going to make something, if you patent the concept, when that guy comes along that does able to make it, he can pay you for the rest for a long time.
Yeah, a long time ago, I had the idea that you would be able to sell music for pennies online digitally. I actually had this idea a long time ago.
No, really?
Yeah, and I even was talking to the guy from CD Baby. I don't know if anyone ever heard of CD Baby.
We used to deal with him at Groove Shark.
Yeah, I was communicating with that guy.
So they do nowadays. They don't do a whole lot of sales. They're mostly data is what they're selling because that's what we use. We use CD Baby for all of our data stuff. But that's off topic. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was really getting deep into that. I had a friend who had a way to digitally encode money into JPEGs.
There's, and again, this is off topic, but there's so much you can do with JPEGs that I'm just learning about with encoding stuff in them.
Right. Yeah.
Awesome. Anyways.
Yeah. So all of that. That's why, so a lot of people ask me about Music for Cents. Anyone who knows, has heard of Music for Cents, which is a thing that I have. That's what that was all about. But I didn't get into it. It's like I was looking into it, doing all the stuff, and then one day iTunes came along.
Yeah, I mean, they're mentioned in the chat here about car washes and stuff.
Yeah,
car wash, yes. Storage places. If you have a place you can build the storage units where people can store their garbage, yes, because people always have trash to store.
Yeah. Also, if someone gave you $1 million, put it in Hungry Howie's and put Hungry Howie's, and anywhere in the country you gonna make money.
You know what my idea was? We talked about this a little bit. I think you could make a boatload off of a little piece of property with an ice machine. There's nothing you do.
You haven't seen that where, like, in the middle of one of these plaza type, there's a freaking ice machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you pay for electricity and water and bags? I guess if you need like a bagging system, but it's like stupid easy money. I would totally invest in ice machines.
Yeah.
I talked about this before with some people.
Usually it's simple. See, here's the thing: if you stick to simple and proven, you can make money, but it's very boring. So if you don't have a brain that could deal with that, the people who could deal with simple, straightforward, repetitive things can. I mean, what's the name of Warren Buffett is not a very creative. He's not a creative person. He's very everything he does very repetitive formula. Buy low, sell high.
Razor JP says bored as shit.
There's money in that. There's money.
No, there is.
In what now?
Porta Johns. He's Porta shitters.
Yeah, Porta Johns and frickin' and barriers for construction.
Those barriers. There's one company at least in the southeast that does all of them.
By the way, right here where my new studio is, some of the offices here are for a place that rents porta potties and dumpsters.
Dumpsters, yep.
Garbage always and poop.
Yeah. My friend, there's so many businesses you can make money. My friend that was showing me his Mercedes yesterday that I think he says he's going to sell his Mercedes to get a Porsche, but he's in the towing business. That's what he does. That's how he makes money. There's his mark right there. Yeah. Badass.
Yeah, I feel like there's some of these things that you get a little investment money, you get a little seed money in there. You could start some pretty creative things.
Yeah. And all he doesn't get the big tow rigs. He gets the dually tow rigs. So it's just like a big like a pickup truck, but it's a dually.
Yeah. And
you could probably stack, I don't know, 4 or 6 cars or something on it.
Oh, he's talking about he's got a trailer. He's pulling a trailer.
No. It's that size, but you can It's got some. I guess it is pulling like a fifth wheel kind of trailer thing,
Oh,
but a
okay.
short one, not the big long ones that you usually see. So yeah, there's lots of ways, but you have to be. It's a very boring kind of thing, and so if you're a very creative person,
I mean, Walter, in the grand scheme of things, what you do, how exciting is it?
Most days is okay.
It's
Here's my
boring, right?
day. I get the shop in the morning around 8:00. Now, when things were busier with the gun stuff, everybody was there earlier, but everybody else rolls in around 9. I'm there at 8. Open the doors up. Sometimes I check email. Sometimes I don't. This morning, what did they do? Oh, I knew some people were coming over to look at some of my police car stuff that I want to get rid of. So that I bought at an auction. Let me give you some advice. If you're easily distracted, don't go to an auction.
What happened, Walter? You went to the auction and you looked at Instagram at the same time?
No, actually, I bought the police car stuff I have, which is a laptop computer mounts and the roll bars. I didn't realize there was so much in this stuff when I bought it. But actually, I'm starting to move some of it now because I put it on Facebook Marketplace and people are buying stuff. But so what that goes into the whole thing. You can get. I've been doing the gun stuff now with the uppers since 2003. So you do the same thing over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah. Also, you work multiple jobs, Walter. I don't think you just make guns. People don't realize that you're not just making the 50s or making the stocks. You're doing a whole bunch of different things. You're a hustler.
Well, yeah. Well, that's
one
of my problems too, because I'm always thinking of other ways to make money. So, hey, maybe I can buy some of this police car stuff and sell it, right? And it's like, oh, nobody wants to buy this stuff. Okay,
because you took a risk. You got
to. Yeah, I mean, it was $800 for this whole lot of stuff that I bought.
Not a huge risk.
Yeah.
But I'll probably in the end be close to breaking even. Okay, so, but sir, I learned a lesson there. I ain't doing that shit again. For example, today my dad came by. My dad was at the shop today this morning, and he wants to buy. My dad dabbles in surplus. For those who don't know about my dad, just to keep
a lot of stuff.
His barn is
so he's like, "Hey, what's for sale in surplus?" So today there was an auction for GovPlanet. Those who don't know that haven't seen the surplus on the internet, GovPlanet's the place you go. So. I look and see there was nothing in Florida. There was some ammo cans in Albany, Georgia, up near the base up there. So I ended up bidding on some ammo cans for him, and I bought some ammo cans for him on the auction. But I had to sit there. It was at 12:30, 12:45, and the auction's going on as the stuff is moving up the screen. And Peggy's they're getting ready to go to lunch. She goes, "What do you want for lunch?" And I'm like, "I can't talk now. I'm watching I'm watching the sale." And she goes, "Okay, I'm going."
Forget you.
I got lunch. She brought me lunch. She knows what I eat. But so I ended up buying him a lot of 78 ammo cans.
78, hot damn.
That's nothing, man. You get 70. Yeah, you can buy lots of 700-800 or 2,000 or 3,000 depending on your capability.
The price on the
speaking of holy shit! Somebody's asking me something on Facebook Marketplace. Something I've been trying to get rid of for years. I'll answer back in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. You know what I was going to say, Patrick, to answer your question. Walter's life didn't get exciting until he met me. Everything changed.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I don't know if it's.
And then
that guy rolled up with a mohawk.
And then Obama wasn't the president anymore. So basically, my day was like, okay. I got there, got the shop opened the doors, put the pin scour outside, moved some stuff around because some people were going to come look at some stuff later. My dad shows up. I'm bidding stuff for him on the internet. Before that, I was blasting stuff into getting street bog parts ready to be anodized.
Yep.
Because I don't have the staff that I quite used to have. I'm doing that stuff myself and getting that ready. And then my dad showed up, and then I bought the stuff at the auction. After lunch, what the fuck was I doing after that? Anyways, I was doing more blasting. So yeah, the day kind of goes. Next thing I know, it was 4 o'clock. So, but most days are completely boring.
Yeah.
And then when you test fire guns, it gets a little exciting sometimes.
But the truth of making, like, for anything, I'm not just talking to the people who want.
It's not that exciting. It's like It's like, oh man, you got the awesome job. Okay, yeah, I don't work for somebody else, so I do what I want. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad.
Listen, there's parts of things that are exciting, but most things, if you're going to be successful and make money out of anything, it's repetition. It's repetition, and that part of it gets boring. Like every day, I know sometimes people see me doing crazy stuff. I'm shooting full autos with Walther or whatever. Yeah. Most days, I'm just editing.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not that.
Yeah. I come into a place, don't even see the outside.
And every time I go to shoot with Hank, and I loading up guns and I'm loading up ammo, I'm like, oh god, this is freaking work.
It is. It's not. It is. And it's hot, and things are there's creatures biting you.
Well, and then I come home, and guess what? Someone's got to unload the stuff and clean the guns. And I can't pass that off to anybody. So, but no, I wouldn't change what I do. I mean, I have it pretty good, to be honest with you. So even though it sucks right now with the money because of the whole 50 cal thing, we'll see what happens with that. Somebody mentioned McCutcheon in the chat about them serializing stuff. They made a decision. The guy that owns McCutcheon had just bought that business.
Really?
And then he got the letter. So he didn't have
that's gotta hurt.
He didn't have much choice. It was shit or get off the pot for McCutcheon. So I think he made the choice of just going ahead and serial number him. Now he submitted one for a determination also, because those guys, when we met with him at ATF, they knew who he was when we mentioned his name. You can tell by their facial expressions. So
they probably got a piece of his mind when he got that letter.
He didn't do like I did and go to Washington and meet with him with the lawyers and pay the lawyers and all that stuff. He just went ahead and submitted one for determination. So, and I could have done the same thing, but going with the lawyers, we explained the whole situation and the history and all that. And hopefully, it makes a difference. We'll see what happens. I don't know what. Once again, determinations that letter will be from me technically.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. This is what people don't understand. Like with the SIG brace thing, people think this one letter is for everyone that makes these.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah,
and not every brace manufacturer has a letter for every single brace he makes either.
No.
So just keep that under.
Talk about that for a second. When the ATF rolls around on your braces, you think it's just going to be the triggers or whatever? They're coming for all that shit.
My theory on that is I'm going to make as much money as I can on it until that happens.
Yeah. James Miller says wants to ask us all how we all met. Who wants to answer that one?
Hank called me and said he was coming over.
Well, actually, I met Walther through Peter Palma.
Oh, but Peter
Top Shot, the TV show. He was on the first season of Top Shot. So Peter came to hang out with me, and I think he was going to Suffolk or something like that.
Oh, he said if he could come by. Is that? I can't remember.
Yeah, so he called you up and said, "Oh, I'm coming over," and I came over and I met you.
I said, sure, yeah, and then come to find, I didn't even know that Peter had one of my uppers. So
yeah, right, because he, obviously in the Marine, Peter Palma is a Marine Scout sniper, and obviously he had a Barrett, but he didn't really like it, and then he wanted to have a 50. So when he came out, he bought Walther's because he thought that was the most affordable one that did what it was supposed to do.
Right, and he likes it, by the way. So yeah, they both came over and we talked, and I got to meet Peter, and then Hank was along. He was a side.
And I did a video.
Right away. Yeah, he does a video, and that one's got a lot of views, by the way, too. So
yeah. Till today, where now they're banning all videos with you. They just keep going through and banning all the videos with you. Yeah. So that's how I met Walther.
Yeah.
And then how did I meet? Oh, Patrick.
So I was probably the first in the state of Florida to have one of the M9A3s when they first hit the market. So I had watched a couple of Hank's videos, and I noticed that he went to the range that's like right near me, and I had already been going there. I was like, oh, he's got to be local. I was like, so I think I messaged you over
Facebook or something.
Yeah, something like that. And I said, hey, I have one of the brand new M9A3s. I've never shot it. Do you want to do a video on it since it's brand new? And then we met at GTR. I let you borrow the gun. And then we did, at one point, I came to get it or something, and I came over and we did a video on the SBR that I have downstairs.
And I think you're Liberty.
And the Liberty. The Liberty.
Shout out to Liberty. Surprise. You know what the funny thing is? So I'm going to tell you guys this right now. A lot of gun guys on YouTube do not talk to people. I'm just going to tell you guys this right now. I always get in trouble with other, because they were like, there's always people like, why are you talking to the audience out there? What the hell is the matter with you? So the only thing that they do to communicate with people is they might answer comments on videos, or they might see people in a show. I actually talk to people. Like, I give out my number nowadays. There's been people texting me while we've been doing the show, but you know, if people will get in touch with me through social media, whatever, you know, I'm in this because I love this, and it's the community part of this that I love. Like, you know, talking, dealing with people. It doesn't always work out great, but with Babyface and with Walther, I think it's worked out good. I don't know about them. They probably sometimes like, oh shit. How do we ever get caught up in this?
Honestly, I don't know what I would do. I would have been so bored if I had nothing to do on the weekends. Sit around and play video games is all I would be doing. Yeah. So this is at least more entertaining for me.
Yeah, I have too much to do. That's my
Babyface tries to like keep us interesting by creating issues. Coming up with people to hate.
You know,
troll. He likes trolling.
I do. But I do have some newfound respect for people. You meet them, you get to talk to them, and you find some newfound respect for them. So
yeah. Babyface, like, aren't you you're an Aquarian. I know that probably has nothing to do with anything, but I find that Aquarians are pretty much belligerent, not ignorant, but they are belligerent people.
100%, I am, and vindictive. I'm super vindictive.
They get into a mode.
Super vindictive.
They get into a mode, but that's what keeps life spicy. You know.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's good to, you know. You need variation. Like, everyone can't be exactly like you. I know Walther has a bunch of friends that are into the military vehicles, and
I don't. You know, some people are like, oh man, guns, and sometimes like guns. Fuck, I don't want to hear about no more guns. I don't want to hear about guns. I don't want to hear about gun laws. I don't want to hear about. I just want to be somewhere else.
Well, you have to live. If you don't let off some steam. If you don't somehow like separate yourself,
but I can't put this guy down. This thing feels so good in my
Apparently not. You can't do it. Kiosk says Aquarians ? Lolo's an Aquarian. I know a lot about Aquarians. I got a whole bunch of those belligerent ass people in my family that I have to deal with. So, and people say funny. I don't know if you guys even believe in astrology or anything like that. So, so
not in a way that makes any difference. So.
Yeah, but one thing I think is a common thread: lots of belligerence in there.
I just got mentioned. I just got told by my significant other this weekend up in Pasco, Newport Richey, is the Chasco Festival. Chasco Festival. I think it's a festival where I think Chasco were the Indians or something. I don't know what the indigenous folks that used to live in this area, something like that. Mm-hmm. But anyways, it's a reason for people to go out and drink in public for a few days.
This is Florida.
There's a parade we're doing on
Florida.
Saturday.
Okay, by your residency is a reason to drink in public.
The Chasco Festival, or we call the Chasco Fiasco. They have a parade on Saturday, which we're doing with the military vehicle guys. Pretty big parade, actually. So,
yeah.
If you guys are in the area, you can check it out. You know.
Okay, cool. Chris Bullis says astronomy is the devil. That's from Waterboy, if you know. By the way, Chris Bullis was saying earlier that a good way to make lots of money, the porn industry.
You got to have certain assets for that.
If you're gonna do in that realm, be in the distribution of the stuff
or the production. I think I've told you
making and the wooga stuff.
I think I've told you guys this before. I had that conversation with Lola before I ever did YouTube or anything. I was like, Lola, this is what we need to do to make money. We need to get all up in this digital internet porn stuff. And not that I didn't want to. I wanted to produce stuff. So all I wanted to do was,
that's all.
Produce, edit. Yeah, I don't. I am very much afraid of getting any diseases.
Well, so, I know that, but I mean,
so no, I didn't want to do what you're thinking. And Lola was like, hell no. And this was way back. This was before that whole thing blew up, which kind of now there was really not money in it, but there was a golden age going on there.
Well, when porn was on the satellite for free, that was when you had a satellite dish and you get all the porn you want right off there.
Is that the golden age of porn?
No. Yeah, it's been downhill. It's been downhill since that. I don't know. There's probably still something.
I think like I said, to be in the market, the distribution of it, not the making of it would be
yeah. There's I don't know if there's money in those things anymore. I guess there was. But Lola said no. Sometimes now when she's complaining about bills or something, I'm like, listen, woman, you had your chance. You had your chance. I try to tell you. So she's down. But listen, I'm now in the business of gun porn. So what can I say?
There you go. There you go.
Porn. And unfortunately, I'm actually a performer.
And it's looked down on more than it's porn.
Yes, even worse. It's even worse. So that's how it goes.
Yes, it does. So yes, anybody who wants to get in the gun business, follow your dream. Try it out, but don't quit your day job. So,
yeah. Jafari, why is Jafari H saying we get tested at least once a month though?
Is he in the porn business?
I don't know.
Oh,
that'll be
learned something tonight.
Huh?
I said we may have learned something about somebody tonight.
Wait, Jafari is in? Isn't he? He's in Vegas, I think.
Might be in the porn industry.
Yep, it's possible.
Actually, the Tampa, from what I don't know from personal experience, but
sure, Walter.
What I hear, Tampa Bay area, Central Florida, a lot of stuff gets made right in this area.
Yeah, that's true.
All sorts of wrestling.
Yeah, there's I don't know if it's still true, Walter, but there were a lot of strip clubs in Tampa.
Oh, there still are.
There still are.
Oh, really?
They tried, the people are trying to save the planet. They said, okay, you can't have a strip club within 1,000 feet of a neighborhood, right? Blah, blah, blah. All these rules. So what they do, they just stick them in industrial parks and warehouses. So you see it like freaking stripping thing in a warehouse over here. It's like, well, that's what you get. You bet your stupid laws,
Yeah. So Kiosk says, I want to get into the gun business, but I want to have a dual purpose location. So if guns fail or fall apart, then I could fall back on the other. But what's a business that you could do both?
Well, if you're going to get in the gun business, you got to have a commercial address where the zoning says you can have.
That's a big thing.
Like
if you're doing the manufacturing.
If you're going to manufacture, you have to have it for manufacturing. But if you have it for sales, it's got to be for that too. But if you have manufacturing, 9 times out of 10, you can have sales in it too. So I could have a storefront where I'm at.
But for sales, like I'm sales, but I'm a home-based business for sales.
But because you live in the county like we live, you don't have anything against that, so you can have it at your house.
Yeah, if I lived in Gainesville, it would be a completely different deal.
Yeah,
a little different. Yeah, Armament and Axes gave us a couple of bucks. He says, "Shut up and take my money." LMAO. I'm not sure. Money for what?
Porn?
Is this the porn money? I'm not sure what this money is for. But okay, so quickly in the few minutes that we have left, what is a business that you can do and have the gun business over here, and then at the same time have another business going?
People have hardware stores. People have tackle shops.
I've seen a pharmacy in a gun store.
Oh yeah, long as, like I said, long as the zoning and the stuff allows you to do that, you can do it.
Yeah, that wasn't.
There's people who have auto repair businesses that have their gun stuff.
Yes, or like feed stores.
Yeah,
there was a feed store, but I saw the pharmacy and the gun store. I met the owners. I didn't see the actual store, but they were in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, I get FFL some places, and it's like, the JoJo bait and tackle and guns and this one that, feed store, hardware store. Yeah.
Big Dick Willie says Bang Bus. Oh, that would be so great. Imagine like a new version of the Bang Bus. That's the old Bang Bus, what the Bang Bus does. But then it also takes you someplace to shoot, and you can literally just like open up the windows.
What's going on in there?
Huh?
Hang on. Bang Bus?
Yeah.
You gonna explain this, Walter?
Walter, you don't know what this is. They didn't have those back in 1920. Yeah.
Okay, so the bus that rides around, they do porn on the bus?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that could become a lot of stuff. You can do the Bang Bus, but you could be driving around to gun ranges or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
While you're doing porn, are we doing both at the same time?
Possibly. It depends on where you are. It depends on your location. Okay, Lola is giving me the rap.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah,
Getting weird real fast.
This show gets weird really fast all the time. But I guess Lola's. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to meet up with Patrick later on tonight. So that's what's going on here.
Do computer stuff.
Yeah, Brian Quick says gun shop with only hot Latinas in bikinis. Why only Latinas? I mean,
I discriminate.
if you're hot, get in a bikini.
I you know,
my philosophy. We're not,
all
don't
shapes, all sizes, man. Oh, well, all shapes, all nationalities. They'll see that.
Okay, there's some shapes that are okay, but there's some shapes that are okay. Yeah, this is the business that everyone would love to have. I don't know what a serious business that you could do both things, but you got to figure out what you're into.
Let's say that. Let me just say this: I don't have a storefront because I don't want to deal with all the tire kicking, and the questions. So, and because I can only take so many questions so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
no, I know. That's
Or well, it's your time thing. If you're standing there talking to somebody,
Walter, I don't think you would make a good gun store owner.
I make a great gun store owner.
Really? Okay.
God.
Here's
the rule, guys.
The temperament.
Here's the kiosk. Okay, check it out in the kiosk. There, you can learn everything. And then if you don't see your ask, that's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Mr. FNH is trying to tell me something. I'm not sure what he's saying. And I carry my revolver and single action says Wendy Williams back in the hospital. I don't know if you guys know who Wendy Williams is. She's back crazy.
Wendy Williams from back in the 80s.
From the radio. From radio. Yeah, you don't know.
Wendy Williams was like a punk rock kind of chick.
No. She used to be on the radio in New York, and now she's like a TV thing, but she talks everyone's business.
Black chick.
Yeah, with big booties and boogly eyes.
She got big. Yeah, look.
Yeah. She's batshit crazy.
I know who you're talking about. I saw a picture of her.
She's batshit crazy. She's probably in the mental hospital or whatever. She's crazy as hell. So we'll figure out what that is. So I have no idea what Mr. FNH is trying to say. But if you can, FNH, tell us while we wrap it up. Okay, Babyface. What do you want the people? Stop playing with that. Stop playing with your hammer over there.
Baby_face_P on Instagram. I'll take a picture.
He's saying goodbye to it before.
Yeah, don't mess up Walter's hammer.
I'm thinking about it. Okay, Baby_face_P on Instagram. That's all you got.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Okay, Walter. What's your thing?
Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, just stay tuned. Wait, tomorrow might be the day. I'm not saying it is, so don't bug me about it. But yeah, could be the day tomorrow. Could be the day.
Okay, FNH says Emma, Missouri has a gun store, liquor store / antique store.
That sounds amazing. I would love to try.
That is so awesome. Oh, do they have a restaurant? It's awesome. Something for everyone. Just a hole in the wall. You see a corn silo and you missed it.
That's cool. The more of that, better. The better.
Yeah.
Like the old days, you go to the hardware store, you get some dynamite, get some ammo.
Yeah. Used to sell sticks of dynamite for you. Yep.
Yeah, that's before people, look, people blew themselves up back then too. They just didn't tie it on themselves and blow up their neighbors.
Yeah. I know in Atlanta, I went to a range that had a gun store, a restaurant, all kinds of cool stuff in the range. That is amazing. I think there's a corner right on the corner of 590 and Gulf McMullen Booth. It's like 30 acres. I turn it to a man park. There would be a range. There'd be a bar. There'd be a hotel. Strip club.
There could be.
Mm-hmm. You can call it stripper clips.
There would be military vehicles and tank and earth moving equipment. You can
moving equipment. Have we talked about this? That would be so much fun.
And dig holes.
I want to dig.
It's only 20 minutes from the airport. I could have that thing full of Chinamen digging holes and
Quote of the night.
Okay, at some point we have to end this.
Digging holes and swinging on poles. That's what
God. Oh man.
762 says gun shop / petting zoo is a winner.
God.
Okay, all right. Listen, make sure you follow Babyface P on social media. Make sure you follow Safety Harbor as well. Safety Harbor Firearms on social media out there. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to us down there. Thanks to Gun Prime. I know we weren't able to do that. We got to figure out how to do the lower thirds and get those back in there. But and also shout out to Liberty Suppressors as well as Aries Firearms. Congratulations to them. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not even sure who's going to be here tomorrow. Lola. Oh, Lola left.
Quiet.
We have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea.
See you Friday.
Yeah, Lola left. Okay, we're out of here. Peace. See you guys.